Oh, oh, that's close. Today going to be one of those days, do you think? Literally 10 metres from my house and then having a head on RTC. I don't know whose fault that was actually. Probably a bit 50-50. But, anyway, no, I'm done. Well, it's a beautiful Friday morning. The weather looks promising for most of the day, due for some rain around about 2 o'clock, I believe. Still a bit damp on the roads. But it's March, what do you expect? Potholes are a joke, aren't they? Right, so this morning I was up early. I was up early with the larks this morning, or the chickens in my case. We've got 3 chickens that are basically terrorising the neighbourhood. Our chickens, my wife's chickens I should say. And yeah, literally half hour before sun up they're awake. And it's incredibly annoying. Our bedroom window's right above their coop and I think they know it. So that's it, every day, between 5 and half 5. What a joke. So I've been up early, sorted the chickens out, sorted the dog out, sat on my arse between 6 and 7 o'clock, had a quick shower, and there I am running about 10 minutes late. That's typical, isn't it? But I'm not really supposed to be in till 10, but I'll get in and do my start at 8ish. So I'm still trying some kit. I bought a pair of richer motorbike boots, and I love the look of them. They're a buckle fit, which in hindsight probably should have gone something else. And the when I first had them, I've tried them on and they just wouldn't go around my fat calves at the top. I've since learned that they do fit. I was putting them on in the incorrect manner. So what you do is you put your boot on, put your foot in, fold over the flap if you like, do up the velcro at the top, fit the top buckle and then fit the bottom buckle, and it seems to be working. So it's taken me a few days to work that out. You'd have thought you just put it on and strap it all up and away you go, but these particular boots on my particular legs, that seems to be the way they go on. Anyway, they're really comfy. I've got no issues with it. Can't show you them here. There's one. No, can't see it. And but they're really sturdy, really comfy. I feel quite safe in them. And I think I've spent so long riding with like reinforced hiking boots, they're just not right for the job. And my other riches, pit boots, they lasted about 8 years before they gave up the ghost. And you could probably still get away with wearing them, it's just that they're not as waterproof as I'd like them to be, because they've got a bloody great hole in the bottom. But you know, you can't have things forever, can you? Things we wear out. I've probably done about 12,000 miles in them, so it's not bad. And they weren't particularly dear, my previous ones. They were around about 80 quid, I think. These are 120, and they were reduced from about 200, I think. Under the tyres, I can only feel it when I put my foot down. That's on the ground. So the bike seems to be handling it okay, just a bit damp weather. The last 10 degrees it is at the moment. Promises to be 14 to 16 today. Bloody great pothole just appeared, look at that. With my my recent RTC, a few weeks back, I got hit up the Aris by a driver in a Corsa who wasn't paying attention. And although I didn't come to any harm, which is the main thing, it caused a bit of minor damage to the bike. Initially he was hesitant to get insurance involved, which immediately rang some alarm bells, but I'd done an MIB check and he was insured, so that wasn't the issue. I can only imagine it's because he didn't want his premiums to go up. And he was very, you know, he was very, like I said, very keen to settle it outside of insurance. And, you know, I could have been an arsehole and I could have reported him for driving without due care. But he won't go anywhere, and really, there's just no point in crucifying him. He was okay. He was absolutely sound. But it's right here, actually. Right here was where it happened. Going the other way. So basically, it hit me here, where on the corner of that white house, and sent me into the turning there. And so I contacted the KTM dealer. They gave me some prices. But the damage caused was the cone on the Arrow exhaust was split ever so slightly, not as if you'd really notice it, to be honest. And the bracket holding the rear reflector snapped off, and the parts were about 130 quid, so I could do the work myself. So I said to him 150, and he paid me straight away, no drama. So that's settled. I did report it to my insurance company. It's a no-fault claim, or it's a no-fault incident, not a claim. I've got confirmation of that. I did advise him to do it. He said he'd done it. Whether he did or not, that's down to him. I can't force anyone to do it, can I? I just told him that, you know, you have a duty within 24 hours to report any incident as part of your insurance policy. Part of terms and conditions. So anyway, that's all sorted. So I've got some exciting plans for this year on the bike. I've got two trips planned. One is confirmed. So in June this year I'll be travelling with 7 others. to Ypres in Belgium, and we're staying just outside Ypres, and we're going to do the battlefield tours, bit of riding. You know, the whole area is actually a lot bigger than you think. We sat down and started planning the other day. So we've got quite a lot to see. 5 days, you know, it'll be good. It'll be good to catch up with the guys. Always a good tour with them. So that's number one. Number two, this is tentative. I've made some initial inquiries and I've kind of got some digs sorted out, but my friend of mine, Rob, he is a retired police officer. He retired to France a couple of years ago now, and he lives about an hour from Oradour-sur-Glane. Now, if you don't know, Oradour-sur-Glane is basically a village in southwest France that was decimated by the Nazis in World War II. They rounded up all of the residents and murdered them. Long story short, they put the women and the children in the church. They threw grenades in the church. They killed all the men with a machine gun. And it's not the only village that this had happened to, but Oradour-sur-Glane has been left as is, as a monument, as a mark of respect to those who were slaughtered by these awful SS troops. So for years we've been saying we're going to go, and we nearly made it last year, but we kind of underestimated how vast France is. And if you've been to France, you know it's huge. But because we was already in southwest France, seeing the U-boat pens, we kind of thought, oh, we'll just pop along to Oradour-sur-Glane. It's about a 3.5–4 hour ride each way from where we were staying, and if you look at the map, it looks like a tiny distance. So we just didn't have the time last year. We just ran out of days, so we sacked that off, and this has been about the third effort or third attempt at trying to get to Oradour-sur-Glane, and I really genuinely hope we make it. Probably only be with Ian and Stan if they decide to come. And we, you know, I'll speak to Rob, and he's got a Jeep that he lets out. It's available from the 19th of September. So we'll try and do a long weekend. These potholes are just unreal, and it's not just here, it's everywhere in the country. I don't know what the hell's gone on. Is it the winter that we've had? I can remember in about 2003, yeah, 2003, I went to America on a business trip, and I went to Detroit actually, which was obviously the moto town, and I hired a car, and it was a Pontiac thing, right old dog. And I can remember driving along the freeway, and you know, as we're getting closer to the hotel where I was staying, the roads were horrendous, and it was, you know, literally chasms of potholes opening up, and they would stretch for miles. And I got to the hotel, and I was just chatting to the concierge, and I said, "What is it with your roads?" He said, "I've never seen anything like it." And he said, "The problem is we have such extreme heat and cold there's nothing they can do. They patch it and it lasts 6 months, and I fear that's what we're headed for in this country, because whatever materials we're using, they're not working, are they? I mean, up here in a second, there's a whole big patch that's been done, and already I can see it's flaking away at the edges, and that's only been done about a month. So we got this big one here, a big one, smaller. We've got all these, look, another one, another one. This is the patch, can't see it there. And you think to yourself, you know what, it causes absolute carnage when you do these roadworks, but it's so essential, because, you know, I'm riding a KTM Adventure which has got fairly decent tyres on it, and I like to think that I could spot these things well in advance, but sometimes they catch you out, and you know, when none of one's superhuman. And if I had a smaller bike or even a pedal cycle, I'll be off, mate. That's a lot. That's not to mention the damage that's caused to cars, you know, as they go over these enormous potholes, and then every year we get having them MOT'd, and then there's suspension issues or tyre issues. You can't wonder at it. You know, we have a test every year to make sure our roads are fit for purpose. Our vehicles are fit for purpose, but the roads aren't fit for vehicles. Don't know what the answer is, to be honest. Money. I can't imagine it's money. But enough moaning. I can do enough of that today. I'm out and about today, so I'll be full grumpy old man mode. So yeah, enough moaning. Just enjoy the sunshine. Hopefully it's like this on the way home. And be accepting of the fact that spring is nearly here. Well, we had the equinox the other day, so it is here. And this weather just needs to be a bit more permanent. I know we've got troublesome April to get through, so we'll see how that goes, eh?